right now is so many people complaining. Complaining about being stuck at home. Complaining about others not being stuck at home. Complaining about the supermarket. Complaining about the government. Complaining about their job. Complaining about, and it's just, the complaining causes more drama. It doesn't help anybody. So we have a choice. We can get into the complain culture, or we can accept, focus on what we can control. And I'm not saying that there's not massive reason right now to complain, because there is for many people. But this comes as a decision that complaining is not going to help me. Complaining is not going to get me forward. So I've made a vow to myself that no matter what happens, I may feel like complaining. I may have a moment or two of feeling the disappointment, the anger, the sadness, whatever it is. But I feel it and I don't complain, because it doesn't help anybody, especially me. And so the fifth and one of the biggest financial tests that the universe sent me, and hopefully the last, because I think I really now have learned so much from this last lesson that my relationship with money has completely transformed since it's a massive experience. So what happened was I decided to give my savings to a friend who was really stuck in their business. They needed the money to open the business because they just didn't have that final piece of money to give the money to the subcontractors so that they could open the doors for business. And they begged me. And I wanted to be the hero. I am a people pleaser, and I've worked a lot on that to free myself from that disease to please. And so at the time, I was like, yeah, I will help you. And even though my gut feeling was, don't do this, Nicola, I went ahead because I wanted to please. I wanted to be the hero. I wanted to help. Anyway, so I lent a huge sum of money. And around about the time when he was about to start to pay me back, so we had an agreement he would pay me back around 8 months to 10 months later. All of a sudden, he was not really returning my calls, and I was starting to panic. And then again, he would then reassure me, tell me what I wanted to hear, and then disappear again. And it was kind of like a repeat of what happened before with the social media business. And then, complete silence. Completely disappeared. And I fell into a dark, dark place. I was a complete mess. The fear of not getting that money back, the fear of losing all of my savings, led me to feel panic in every cell of my body. My anxiety was so high. I was stressed. I was bursting into tears in my yoga. I decided not to drink alcohol because I thought, okay, this definitely isn't going to help me. I turned to food. I started eating cakes every night, making myself a big cake. And often I would make 2 cakes a night. And I'd be so desperate to feel and escape those horrible, anxious, stress feelings that I would literally eat the cake mixture before I even put it in the oven, or eat the cake so fast that when it came out the oven, I couldn't even wait for it to cool down, because I was so desperate to feel full, to stop the horrible feelings that I felt inside. I was using food to comfort myself. So I would starve myself all day and then make myself a cake every night. So on the outside, maybe I didn't look like a mess. Yet behind those closed doors, I was broken. I've been doing that then for months, starving myself every day and then eating cake for months. And then it was one day that changed everything. And that was my birthday. On my birthday, I felt so depressed. I felt so low. I didn't want anybody to say happy birthday. I didn't want anybody to see me. When people messaged me, I just thought I'd go away. I turned my phone off on my birthday. And I just sat in darkness. And I couldn't stop crying. I really felt so depressed. Sometimes I would attack myself with thoughts like, I hate you, what have you done, I'm never going to forgive you, I can't believe this has happened, life is so bad. And then I had the scariest thought of all. I said to myself, if I don't get that money back, I'll never get over it. I'll never forgive myself. And then I was shocked at what came next. I had the thought, if I lose all of that money, I can't face it. I'd rather die. I just cannot face accepting losing that. And then I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it that I had the thought that I would rather die than face that financial loss. I thought, Nicola, what does that mean? And I realised that what it meant was, the reason it was so painful was because, yes, the financial loss, but really it was the way that I would treat myself, the lack of self-love, the lack of self-forgiveness, that I would be so angry and so upset and so devastated that that loss would hurt me so much that I couldn't face it. And then I realised, wow, Nicola, you have some serious self-love issues going on here. You have a serious lack of self-love. You have a serious lack of low self-esteem. And this self-criticism, this self-punishment has to stop. And then I began getting angry in a healthy, positive way. Angry, how could I do that to myself? How could I feed myself cake and stuff it down and hurt my body like this? How could I tell myself that I am wrong, that I'm stupid, that I'm an idiot for trusting people, for being loving and trusting? How could I equate my happiness to paper? And that's when I realised that we need to love ourselves. You need to love yourself. I need to love myself, regardless of my financial status, regardless of what I have and what I don't have. I will love myself. Whether I can give money to my family or not, I am worthy of love. Whether I can do anything, I will love myself. And this was the biggest realization. So that was my fifth. That no matter what financial ups and downs I go through, no matter what mistakes I make financially, no matter what happens to me, I'm not going to punish myself, beat myself up, moan at myself, or feel like a failure or feel like a success. I don't need that. My self-worth is not linked to money. Now, if you're one of the lucky people that know that from a very young age, amazing. It took a long time for me to realise this, because I grew up, as I mentioned, in a household where my mum would say your dad doesn't love you because he's not giving you any money. So I equated love is given through money. And if you have money spent on you, someone loves you. I learned that if you make financial mistakes, you're bad. You're a loser. You're not good. And again, money has nothing to do with self-worth. And when I learnt that, wow, again, massive transformations. I started attracting loads of success, new opportunities, finances came in from every direction, my business grew, opportunities to be in best-selling books came up, I started creating this podcast, loads of opportunities opened for me because I really loved myself and I had no fear. I'm doing this. If it doesn't work, it's okay. And the reason that a lot of people don't make choices to step up is because they're worried about failing. They're worried about rejection. And when you can just say, I'm going to love myself no matter what, this is when you can go leaps and bounds forward. So here are the 5 as a summary of what has really helped me and these financial tests that I have been given by the universe. So 1 is to move the energy. Don't keep it stuck inside you. My whole dance therapy, Vijnana system, is focused on actually moving the energy through you. Whatever form of movement that you like, move the stuck energy, because if not, the thoughts can go round and round and it can get stuck in certain parts of your body. The second part is to turn off the negativity. The negative news, filter it, protect your mind from it, and especially take care of that last hour before bed. The third thing is to really feed your mind with positive affirmations, whether that's in the music or through meditations. That is key, like really feeding the mind positivity. We feed our body healthy nutrients, so it's to feed our mind really great things. Then there is avoid complaining. It serves no one, and it's an opportunity to be a leader right now in not getting involved in that complaint culture, not getting into the blame game, not getting into the pity party. Doesn't serve you, and it definitely doesn't create a positive energy around us. And then it's loving yourself. Right now, you need your love more than anything. There's so much stress, so much anxiety, so much fear going on for many people, so much adjusting, so many triggers out there. And loving yourself is great. So if you would like to have any support, or if you have any questions about how I help people to love themselves, how I help people to overcome financial stress, how I help couples to reignite over financial differences, then of course you can go to my website, you can book a call with me. So a very special gift for you. I'm giving away at the moment my financial abundance and wealth creation meditation. You can listen to it at night before you sleep to fill your mind with positive thoughts about you deserving money, about you creating wealth, and about you holding on to money. This will release the fears, it will keep you positive and focused. And I also have some really great songs I'm going to be sharing inside the group that have helped me manifest more money, more love, and more success. So if you would like the links to my 3 most successful songs, if you would like to get this financial abundance meditation, if you're on Facebook, then all you need to do is go to Facebook groups and type in Vijnana. So it's Vina, and that means life force in Sanskrit. That's a new Facebook group that I've created. It's called Law of Attraction, and it's really has live dance classes every day for some family fun or couple fun. It has all of my meditations in there, and I do live talks every week. So you can just find me on Facebook and join me that way. From my heart to yours, I'm wishing you a lovely day or evening wherever you are. Take care. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Emotions and Eating with Nicola Beer. To book your free eating strategy session with Nicola, get the free eating support audio or donate. If you have enjoyed the show and want to help keep the show flowing, visit www.nicolabeer.com, where you can also find out more about her new system that has helped hundreds of men and women to change their relationship with food and their body, so they experience more peace and love in their life. We wish you an amazing love-filled day ahead.